we run into your problem. Last night at 7 p.m. the AC stopped working. The heat went up to 80 degrees in the house and we couldn't find anything wrong with the system. The exterior unit was fine. The fuses were fine. The thermostat was fine. That's the word I was looking for. I was like, we need to get this figured out because we can't live in 82 degree heat in the house. It's Florida. That's gonna kill us. We had a guy out here. He's just now leaving. Basically, there's just a clog. That's all it is. There's a clog. It happens sometimes, and the water is overflowing and dripping through from right here. And so it's coming out of this little screw, but the problem is it's also making its way into the ceiling. So he was going to charge me $463 to get this clog removed, and I wasn't about to shell out that type of cash just there, you know? I was like, we can handle this. So what's going to happen is Bobby and I, cameraman and I, we're going to go up in the attic where we have to venture past dead rat skeletons and all the other stuff that we found about. Oh, I forgot to tell you about that, by the way.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's dead rats up there, but they're far deceased.
Oh, that is disgusting.
So we're going up in the attic with a cup, a bowl, and some towels if we can find it. We're going to empty out as much of the water we can. We're going to put the towels to stop the leak. Okay, we got our supplies. Towel, solo cup, bowl, empty the water. Staff for fending off rats if we have to. Let's get it. Alright guys, here we go. We're heading into the great unknown.
Here's your mighty staff.
Give me the rat staff. So basically, I have to get from here on this pad of safety where I know I'm not going to fall through to back behind this box thing. And the only thing I have to go by is this little path made out of plywood. I have no idea if this is going to support me. Say hi to Bobby. So I found out what's going on. As you can see, this big silver tub here is holding all of the water. And it's holding the water so that it doesn't come down through the roof. And that normally works, except when your seal is broken. So this little nub right here, this is how you drain the water out. You get a tool up here, you hook it up to this PVC pipe, and you drain the water out. Well, the seal on this is leaking, so it's steadily dripping down. Sometime, like once every 8 seconds, it'll drip down. Like that, you saw it go. And it's collecting right here. And what's happening is it's coming from this location where it's collecting, where you see the leaves in the water. It's making its way down from this roof right here into the ceiling, and it's coming out of the ceiling, both in the little waterway and out of the vent. So what we have to do is we have to put a towel there so that all of the water leaking out of this goes into the towel instead of going into the ceiling. So the temporary fix is going to be sticking a towel in here, which Bobby is going to have to pass to me with the rat stick. Currently on the side of the house. What we're looking for is the connecting line that runs between the unit in the attic and the exterior. There's a drain. That water that's collected in that silver bin is supposed to be going somewhere. We're looking for it. I don't know where it is. We're gonna see if we can find it. I'm gonna have to make a call because I'm kind of inexperienced with stuff like this, but there should be some sort of connection where water is coming out and it's not. There's a clog somewhere. We're gonna figure out where it is.
You'll need to get the water out and clean that thing out and try to find out where it's plugged up.
So I pulled this thing off this pipe right here. Get it out of the bush so you can see it. And I'm thinking that might be
Water just came out of it. See, there's...
Oh, that might be where it's coming from. So we may have just fixed the problem. I pulled off this pipe water came out, like a little bit of gunk and sand came out with it. I think that maybe what was clogging the water and not allowing it to release. But it's still coming out really slowly. So I don't think that line is completely clear. So our next step is to find something that we can push in there to clear any potential debris out of there.
Yeah.
And then have that water come out even more freely. Okay, progress update. So we're pretty far along into our mishap adventure right now, and we figured out where the leak's coming from. We know that there's a clog somewhere. We don't know exactly where, but our next step is try to get some of that water out so that the AC will start working again. Basically, there's a little, I don't know what you would call it, like a
Valve or regulator.
Valve, yeah, a little
Something like that.
regulator. And when the water gets past a certain point, then the AC shuts off for safety purposes.
Yeah.
And so our goal is to remove some of that water so that the AC actually starts working again, and then we'll go in there and we'll find where the clog is so that we can prevent this from happening in the future. So that's the next step. We put a towel up there to stop the leak. So
So it doesn't drip.
Yeah, at least right now we should be good. But if we get back and the roof's caved in, then we didn't do our job.
It just caves in on Sean who's sleeping.
Yeah. Extension cord. Shot back.
Vacuum thingy.
Yes. All right, she's coming up.
All right, we're gonna start.
Hey, Bob.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now let me tell you what to do.
Okay.
Take the top off of it and get your buddy to come up and get it and dump it in the well, outside, and hand him the bucket. Let him go dump it.
All
Bring
right.
it back to you. We got more.
Bobby, this thing's heavy, dude. All right, so I'm up in the house right now with Coach Goss. We're up in the attic. Basically what we're doing is we're using the shop vac to suck the excess water that's been accumulating in that pan, because the drainage line that was supposed to be coming out of that pan and exiting somewhere along the house out of doors, it wasn't hooked up. So there's no way for that water to get out.
Plug that.
Yeah, it's been plugged up. So right now,
Unplug that.
yeah, which is what I don't understand. He would have plugged it up, but we're fixing it now. We're sucking all that water out, and then we're gonna go and get PVC pipe fittings and then hook up that pipe so that we don't have this problem anymore. All right, so we're on the way to Ace Hardware. We're going to pick up our PVC pipe fitting so that we can get that attic situation figured out. We're going Jeep style, no doors. Here come the boys. Looks like they got the goods. Did you guys get it? It looks like it. Looks good. So we figured out the leak was caused by an O-ring that was the wrong size. This O-ring was a little bit too big for the slot that it fit on, and so a little bit of water was escaping, and that's where that dripping was coming from. So while we were at Lowe's, we got new O-rings. This one fits on really snug, and that should take care of the leak now. Fries you a little bit.
Oh, I'm all the way down here.
Yeah, that stuff is
I
strong.
can smell that.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, you're gonna be lightheaded.
That's a strong little orange lollipop right there. Tight confined spaces and toxic, toxic chemicals coming off the pipe.
I shouldn't do the way I'm fixing to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You want it as tight as it can be, almost where it mashes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Gotta sit on there for a moment. Put that one in there.
Why do you think that they had so much of the old one up here, the old pipe?
They just didn't take it down. They left all the trash, the gloves. Look at the gloves I just made. They just.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know why they would disconnect it in the first place, because they knew that at some point that was going to happen and it was going to fill up with water and have. Well, true. Maybe it was to booby trap us, the new owners.
As my daddy used to tell me, locks are made for honest people. It took me forever to figure that out.
Yeah.
Because if people really want to break in, they're going to find a way to get in.
It's true.
It's a Frankenstein pipe.
Now, this is the last piece. Got to put the joint.
Ah, so that's the one we have to cut.
Got to cut. Put another joiner on here, which I got one left. Luckily, I bought the second one. And then I got to put an elbow on that one and put that together, and then we got it all pieced together.
Oh, things are going good. We're piecing together the PVC pipe right now. So we're putting together our Frankenstein pipe. We got a couple more connections to make and we're good. Everything looks good. We're not exactly sure if the drain is working or not, but we haven't had any water collecting in the pan. So as far as the leak goes, that problem is solved for now. What's up? It's a couple days later because we forgot to film an outro, but guess what? The AC works now. But have no fear, I'm sure something else will break very soon and we'll make a video on it. So see you in the next one. Get yourself in it.
I'm trying.
Okay.
My arm can only go
sure.
so far.
Yeah, short
Because
arms,
I gotta
feel like.
go like this.
You got those
Oh, there we go.